Hey YouTube, m.m.s.garages here with another Farmall. Just picked this thing up over the weekend. It's a 1949 Farmall C. And as you can tell, it has this Henderson loader on the front of it, which is pretty cool looking, but practicality wise it's not too good nowadays. But I didn't buy it for the loader. Bought it basically because it was 2 minutes down the road and I was able to get the tractor running and drive it up the road to my house. That's a model I didn't have. It's in pretty good shape, I think. Needs a little power washing, but got a new battery in it. Has rear fenders, rear weights, belt pulley. I plan on taking the loader off probably today. More than likely going to scrap it because there's not really a big value for them, in my opinion at least. Here's the tag. Looks like a Henderson Model E. Tractor runs pretty good. It's got the C113 engine. Does have a blown head gasket. So I'll probably have to go through that. Have to get all this hydraulic plumbing taking off the factory touch control here, turn it back to original. Bought some grill tools off eBay to straighten out the bars on this grill. Try them out, I've never used them before. Grill's in pretty good shape, at least the bottom of it here isn't rotted. Usually the bottoms rot out on these things. To slide this rear wheel tire in, I don't like them set out wide. I have to keep the width pretty narrow for storage and transport on my trailer. Anyways, I can get this thing running, get it over to the garage, and get the loader off it. I went over the other day to pick the tractor up and get it out of the yard. All I had to do was put a battery in it, a little sniff of carb cleaner down the air cleaner, and the thing fired right up. I was told it's been sitting for a couple years, so I was actually kind of surprised that it started up so easily. But see if it starts up right now as good as it did the other day. Little choke, neutral. Come on. It's about 30 degrees out right now. let's get the loader off. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so basically the only thing this loader has that's hydraulically controlled is the fact that it goes up and down. But if you wanted to dump the bucket, you got this lever right here. All it does is trip the bucket. There's no hydraulic control for the bucket itself to make it curl or dump. So a lot of rigging going on here. Some bracing across the top of the hood here. Goes down to the rear axle housings. A lot of hydraulic hoses. Goes underneath the tractor, under the oil pan. Got it bolted into the front bolster here. Probably start with unhooking the trip lever bracket off the bottom of the headlight here and go from there. Okay, so I got the trip lever bracket unhooked from the headlight. I also undid the hydraulic hoses on each cylinder. So now comes the time to undo all the bracketry here. I'll leave this valve on here for now. I'll remove that once the loader's off. Okay, I'm going to start by pulling the brackets off the rear axle housings. I got jack stands under the loader, so I would imagine it's going to be pretty heavy. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by removing the rear axle housing mounts. They're 1.25 inch nuts. I'll start with those. I got jack stands under the back of the loader to support it. Okay, this side's undone. Now let's move on to the other side. Okay, let's remove the other side. Okay, as you can tell, I got the rear clamps loosened up around the axle housings. That's all you gotta do. You just pivot around the axle housings, pretty easy. Now we'll move on to the other mounts. So I'm thinking I should probably get these two bolts out on each side here that run this brace across the hood here. That way if I take anything off down here and the loader drops, it won't hurt the tractor. So let's do that. Alright, let's go to the other side. Okay, so I got these nuts off the bolts here. Just holding the brace across the top of the hood here. Imagine there's going to be a little bit of pressure on it, but we'll see. Let's try it. Already got the other 3 bolts out. Okay. The only thing holding the loader on, I believe, is the 4 bolts on the front bolster, so let's check those out next. I actually decided to undo the hydraulic cylinders from the loader arms because I need to drive this pin out which runs across the bottom of the tractor here. This is actually just a sleeve that should come out of there, so I'll get that pin out next and go from there. Actually, guys, I just realized after taking these 4 bolts out of here, this whole front section of the loader here will actually come right off. That'll make it a lot easier to deal with this rigging right here after. So let me try to get this taken off first. See, guys, you could do that stupid stuff when you're young. That was pretty heavy. There's the whole front section of the loader. Actually, it came off a lot easier than I thought it would. So really the only thing holding it now is these brace bolts in the front here and this pin across the bottom here, like I said. But it's kind of stuck, so I may have to get the torch on that and just cut it off. But fortunately, those other 2 bolts have to come out with a wrench because the loader arm is right in the way, as you can see. So let me get a wrench for that and continue on. Okay, so I got the 2 bolts taken out of this side, so this side's free. The only thing holding it now is this one bolt over here, which I'll take out right now. Okay, I think all the bolts are out of it. Let's see if I can get the rest of the loader frame off. Oh yeah. There we go. The only thing left to do now is to drive the tractor away from it. Okay, I'm going to start it up and I'm going to back the tractor away from the loader, hopefully. Boy, does that look a lot better. Sure, there's some people out there wondering why I'm taking the loader off, but hey, looks like a normal tractor again. A lot of iron there. The only thing I gotta do is take this valve off the side of the touch control unit here, which is easy, except for the fact that the factory steel lines here come in like this. And I believe originally without a loader they went in like this. So I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to change the factory steel lines over to the hydraulics. There's the hydraulic pump here, runs up right to there. But other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. Got the loader all taken apart in pieces. Got the auxiliary hydraulic tank taken off the side of the gas tank here. Just sticking up. Found a fill plug to put in here in place of the other one because it's not the right one. Put a plate plug in there because that was the return. I believe, for the loader. It was in the drain there. I got plug there in this valve for now. Like I said, I got to figure out the steel lines. I think I got to change them over. But yeah, looks like a normal tractor again. Poor loader. What's funny is my buddy is the one I got this tractor from, and he actually has another C with an IH loader on it. It has 3 sets of wheel weights, fenders, and comes with the 2-bottom plow. So looks like I'll be heading back over there to grab that one, I'm sure. It's kind of too good of a deal to pass up. Not sure what I'll do with it, but I'll worry about that later. Just thought that was kind of funny. Go pick up another one of these things possibly. That one's a 1950 Farmall C. And believe it or not, it actually has a demonstrator serial number. I'm sure it never was painted white originally. I haven't really looked at it too much, but it's kind of another reason why I want it.